what be the economic relationship between the artist and the listener? And right now, there is no direct economic relationship between the artist and the listener. A listener either pays Spotify or Apple Music with their time and they receive ads and they listen, or they pay their, $10 a month and then the artist receives, a negligible amount of it. So that's obviously different from how you and I grew up. We grew up
Yeah,
buying records and buying, whatever. So what is you can't put the genie back in the bottle. But there is a cultural acceptance that music should be, almost free. I mean, that happened in, 2001, and we ain't going back. But I think it goes back to a point that we were talking about earlier. Um, I mean, music back in the day evolved through patronage. I mean, it just did. I mean, music is that weird thing. It's not fucking, it's not sleeping, it's not eating. It's
yeah,
this thing that you don't need to live. But I think, as you say yourself, life without music would be a mistake. I mean, that's Nietzsche, isn't it? I think.
yeah, yeah.
So, so it's there, but somebody has to pay for the food and the shelter of the musician to create this thing that we all want. And I think we're out of whack. So that that model, I think, is evolving. And what I think Onchain does is it facilitates or it creates the opportunity for you as the fan or the listener to say, I want to support you. I think there's value to your music. And unlike the early NFT days where, you would mint a song for fuck knows like 2 ETH and it went up to whatever and people are making fortunes. I
Yeah.
think as gas costs come down and the technology gets more efficient, for me to spend 25 cents on a track of yours, that doesn't feel too bad. That feels, and it's not, I can get it on Spotify, I can get it Apple Music, but it's in my wallet. And I know that you know that I've supported you directly. That's never happened. If you go
Yeah.
back, we grow up, the artist didn't know who bought their stuff, didn't know who downloaded their stuff, none of that. Whereas if I buy your track, if I mint your track, then depending on the programmable nature of the NFT or the label, all the wallets that have
Yeah.
made your track. That to me, that's fucking exciting.
Yeah.
That's why I'm massively bullish on getting artists on chain, even if it's tiny, because going back to one point you said, there's not volume. Well, who the fuck cares about volume? I mean,
Yeah.
that has been the economic model for 40 years, which is
Yeah.
we got to sell a lot of shit because the shit was physical and it costs. So we had the efficiencies and scale. Well, that disappeared in 2000 when distribution and production went to, well, manufacturing and distribution went to zero.
Yeah.
So why are we still about volume when if we could just find the 10,000 people on the entire planet who love your music and are happy to give you 30 cents, well, that's fucking life changing for you, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.